Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is a Dragonheir Silent Gods video. I'd like to thank Dragonheir for sponsoring this one. And today we're going to be starting a brand new account. As a lot of people have been saying in my comments, really want to kind of like play alongside you on the same server. I only started playing recently. Well, what I want to do here is start a new free-to-play-ish account. So basically free-to-play, but I do want to buy the $1 like choose your own epic pack at some point in each season. And it's such a massive value pack that I think it's worth picking that one up. But I'm going to avoid the rest of the kind of like paid content. And we're going to see how well I can do on this brand new account. I will still do some videos on my other account, which is currently in season 3. But I really wanted to kind of like try the game from this perspective of a new player coming into the game and some of the new changes that have happened, which make the game, from what it looks, way more rewarding and fun for the early game player. So in order to do this, we go into the seasonal thing here, click server invitation, and then I've got this code here, which I'll link down below. Also, if you want to get involved, there will be a link in the pinned comment down below. If you click that link, it does support me on this channel. There'll also be a QR code that you can use to get involved as well. But yeah, if you go into server invitation, there'll be this code down below. You can get involved through this, and then you can make sure that you join the same server that I'm on. I'm also joining alongside Ivy League Gaming and Odd One Gaming, and a few other content creators as well, actually, who are starting at the same time. So if you want to get involved, come and join us, and I'll link to their channels down below as well. So we're entering Winsper Forest 9. The server is only like a few days old, 2 or 3 days old as I'm posting this video. Okay, so when I started before, I don't think Highlander was an option. It will be one of your playable heroes, but you get to control the elemental affinity of this hero. So if you want to make teams up, actually this hero can be someone who like helps you form the right team. I've done Dwarf in the past. I've done a Lizard Folk last time. I think I'm going to go with this Highlander. It doesn't make a massive amount of difference, honestly. Just like a visual cue. I do like that I get to create my own character as well. Let's go for a kind of, oh yeah, darker theme. I really want like some markings. Maybe this one. Attacked by, oh no, actually, yeah. This is more like it. Do I get to change my eyes? Can't remember. Maybe on the next screen. More like a dark mage type of feel. I think this. Will it let me just grab my name? Hell Hades. Will it let me do this? Hell Hades $1? No. Maybe it will if I take this away. Hell Hades. No, it doesn't like it. Damn it. Normally I have to do stuff like this. Here we go. Okay, let's check it out. As a newcomer, another captive of the Dragon Queen. Do have a pretty cool kind of like initial visual here. So it's an open world game. If you haven't experienced Dragonheir before, you've got a kind of open world top-down view, but then you go into fights and it's kind of, I guess like a grid-based combat system. We're going to start off, let's just get ourselves into the mix. So you can see you kind of got this grid-based system. You control where you place your units. It's quite tactical actually in terms of how you place your units, and there's stuff on the board as well which you can attack, which will either do damage to others. Can't do 2 times speed yet. We can throw a roll out there, damage on all of them, slam them into the ground, and you kind of get a feel for it. So I'll get us a little bit further along, and then I'll bring you guys back in. Just want to kill this pus ball in the middle. Does damage to all of them. Down they go. And you kind of get a feel for it. So I control the ults, and my units control their kind of like basic attacks. I guess in this video, what we'll do is we'll talk about some of the key things you need to know when you start playing the game. The key things that you need to do to have a really good early game. Oh, we got our first kind of like ritual coming in here. What is going on? What's that? Just one more sacrifice. Oh no. Oh no, it's me! Of course it's me. Nice little bit of visual there though. Okay, this is all different. This is nice. Resurrecting the portal. I'm down. I got my little skelly bob to help me out. Start of Fate. They've got some nice storytelling in this game, by the way. Like, if you're interested in lore and storytell, then they actually do a decent job in Dragonheir for sure. They can't understand why I'm not dead. First look at a mini boss here taking down the worm. Again, like, decent job of visuals. He's coming at me. You'll be in trouble, my friend. I've leveled up. Oh, I didn't mean to cast that. Whoops. Oh, actually doing some damage. Take her down. This is our freebie Hexandra, who actually turns out to be really solid as a early game champ. Bam! There she goes. The worm is in the dirt, and away we go. Okay, then this takes us to our tip number 1. Summon in season 1. You want to summon for the majority of the season as much as you can. Okay, you want to be using your purple summons as often as you can, and your Heliite dice nice and often. There is an event which you might want to save for. What do we get here? I don't know if we always get the same, do we? Hexandra support. She's actually someone I still use in some of my season 3 teams. The reason for that is because you actually want to get a good combination of the elemental affinity partnerships in terms of 1 tank, 1 or 2 supports, 1 or 2 damage dealers. Like, that's generally a good composition for a team. So having a good mixture of heroes to get that done is really important. It's actually, as you get further and further through the game, it becomes more and more important. I've got an epic already. Again, I don't know if this is a guaranteed, actually. Maybe it is. But Isitarian, he's a summoner. So he summons this. I'm pretty sure he summons a dragon, right? Or do we start with that? Let me just check. At the start, as about to start, summon a dragon remnant to assist in the fight, doing AoE necrotic damage. He's also given us some necrotic damage enemies, some attack up, some speed up. Pretty cool, actually. So nice to grab an epic straight away. Again, I'm not sure if everyone gets that. I can't remember. The other thing here is your worm marrow, which you just get for like playing the game, basically doing your questing, exploring, all that type of stuff. You want to convert pretty much all of that into Heliite dice. It's 350 per worm arrow per Heliite. You just want to be transferring it into that stuff. Okay. You will find that there's like summoning events and stuff like that. And you can kind of like choose which legendary hero you want to kind of put as the one you will eventually get as a guaranteed. But I will just say it again, feel free to summon a lot in season 1. Boost your roster as wide as you can, as quickly as you can. And you definitely want to be looking out for a couple of rares. There is a battle pass that's going to pop up pretty soon. Like there's a couple of rares that you want to look out for. So there is Usha. Basically, what you're looking for is you're looking for rares that do AoE damage, because you want to be farming the place where you gain experience as quickly as you can, and I'll show you that soon. But Usha does a ton of damage. She's a really good rare and well worth your time and investment. We've then got Letalis, who basically enables the next champion, I'm going to say. So this is a support, and in terms of support, Letalis puts out a decent amount of debuffs. And then we've got Sigrid, who blows up anybody with debuffs. Okay, and Sigrid is like your best AoE damage rare in the game. Still, you kind of want these kind of like combinations as you get a bit further into the game. So there are a few rares to look out for, but there will be a battle pass where you get to choose a rare. And once you get to that point, you pick up the one you're missing, pretty much. Just a quick additional tip here. So the Hero's Blessing pity system is different to the pity system you get on the Heliite dice. So I'm just coming to a place here where it's telling me to pull a summon. Don't use this. Don't do this at all, because once this pity runs out, if you don't hit the legendary, that's it. All of that pity that you've just gone through is wasted. Whereas if we do it through Heliites, we will eventually get our legendary. Don't know why it's telling me to come in and do these summons. Anyway, we're coming in and doing a couple more purples. As I say, as soon as you're getting them, you're just trying to bolster your roster so you get a feel of what sort of heroes you're trying to build out nice and early. Got another summon hero here, which might go with my Drake summoner. This is more like what I was expecting. A few commons, Meredith. Okay, just bolstering out the roster for now. That's fine. You will see stuff along the way. Just like pick up anything you find, really. There's little puzzles along the way. There's little chests along the way. Just get involved in any of it. It's all just more resources. Praise the Lord. Okay, I've got my first Heliite dice for beating up some bad guys. Let's see what we get. First summon on the fresh, free-to-play account. Maybe like $1 account. We'll see how we get on. And it is a rare. Okay, be a good one. Loris, at least it's a tank, I guess, but not really what we were after. Okay, looks like we've got our first big boss. Really cool looking boss actually with the angelic wings. Level 13, Child of Chaos Reborn. Is this all you got? So you can see I've taken a bunch of my dudes up to level 10. Probably. There's something quite cool actually. Let's come out of the battle a second. Something quite cool in the early game that you should be aware of. So you can basically come into Clepsydra Torrent. I can come in here and say, well, you know what? I've put loads of stuff into this Skelly Bob that I'm not going to use anymore. You can only do this in the first 6 days of playing, but I can hit rebuild. It's going to give me back all of that experience and gold. And then from there, I can use that experience in gold to level up someone else that's more relevant to me. So I can get my tank here now in the mix, use basically what the skeleton had, and take the tank now up to a frontline guy. My team was missing frontline, yeah. So suddenly the Skelly is no longer being used, and I didn't lose all of that resources. But you can only do it in the first 6 days, and this is another reason why you should summon a lot in the first few days of playing, because you want to find where your roster's going to go in that early stage and reuse that experience. It means you can just use experience as much as you want. I guess whilst we're on this events tab, it's worth checking out, you know, all of the different stuff that you can do as well. Here is the dream draft. It's available for the whole season, so don't get kind of like straight in the mix of needing to do this straight away. I would say use your summons for a couple of weeks, and then if you're going to spend, it's totally up to you. If you're going to spend, you can buy an epic for 99 cents, which is super good value in this style of game. I think it's a brilliant thing they added into the game. I will do this after a couple of weeks when I start to look at what gaps I've got in my roster, and then I can pick up a really strong epic to just kind of fill the gaps. There are plenty of like top tier ones. I'll do a separate video on like best epics to pull for this, but yeah, it's really good. There's also just a whole bunch of different ways that you can get resources and stuff, you know, in these things. So just kind of be aware of, I mean, this is a shop area, but in terms of the journey, just be aware of the different things that are going on. You can get some worm arrow for just like linking to stuff. You got your daily check-in where you know you're gonna, as long as you come in every day, you're gonna get yourself some good rewards. So yeah, whole bunch of stuff going on in there. So let's get into the fight, and we're gonna throw our tank in now instead of the Skelly Bob. Damage dealer, summoner, me. I do have kind of like three piece affinity right now, because of me and the two poisoners. If your team comp changes, you can change your own affinity as well, which is quite handy a bit later on. So now that we've got a tank, we should be a bit better. I've got me dropping down the bombs. I've got my healer that I don't need her ult just now. Not really taking any damage. Control, this is kind of like a, we've got a drop attack on as well here. Just keeping control of the enemy. Summon's basically going to buff my summoner to do a bunch of damage, and we should be pretty damn good here. I can just drop a little heal in here. Not that I need a lot, but just top them up. Just dropping out a massive shield. Put that decreased attack on again. Attack down's really powerful debuff generally in the game. You want it, ideally you want it at least one member of your team for most boss fights if you can. This should be quite comfy though with everyone level 10. I've put like basic gear on everyone. I will not be farming gear in the early game. It's another big tip. Don't farm gear early game. Make sure that you concentrate on farming experience, getting your rosters built out. Use the gear that kind of like drops along the way, but don't go into like big gear farming dungeons. Let's check this out. The shadows coming through. I love this. Look at that. Damn, that is nice. Oh, it's beautiful. Yes. Ah, such a good image. What's next? I thought that felt too easy. Look at this. Damn, that is actually super sweet. Look at that. Looks like we're fighting a big guy. Damn, that's actually super cool. Don't need any healing just yet. We'll do soon though. This guy actually does do a bit of damage. I've actually taken a bit of damage backline. I'm going to heal these guys up. Can't hit auto yet. I'm too low a level. Auto would just make my guys use their ults whenever they can. I don't think it matters where I target here. It's always going to hit this guy. I'm going to heal the front line now. Oh, everyone's taking damage actually. Let's heal the front line. What's he at? About half health. So this is my summon skill. I'm going to use this, just create a shield on me, do a bit of damage to him. Got a dude standing right behind me. We're going to try and one-shot this dude. Heal my team. If I want to take him, I think I'll take him rather than the dudes. Oh, this is nasty. Heal the back line, do damage to him and one of the skelly bobs at the same time. Okay, we just about got it done. God, it's actually tough. And there we go. Through the first kind of bit of the story. Now we get told we're the child of chaos. And we get a Heliite dice, number 2. Beautiful. Let's just get it. Let's just get it. See if there's anything else that I just want to cover. I did write a few tips. Anything I've missed for this first video. I think that's pretty much it. Like, don't overcommit to farming gear. Make sure you're farming up your experience as kind of like a priority. Get your summons done. And really just follow the story. You've got a bunch of story to follow for quite a while in the early game. Do that and you will just get yourself a whole bunch of nice resources to get you going. Here we go. We've got a rally. Don't even know this one. Gatuna. Rally hero. Rally's actually a really good group. So not only do you get the kind of like affinity within this game, you also get like types of heroes which compare really well together. So Rally is a damage type. I'll have to do a bit of checking. True damage here though. Might be quite good. We will see. Anyway, don't forget, if you want to get involved, you can download now. There'll be a link down below. Thanks again, Dragonheir, for sponsoring the video. And do come and join this server and come and join the Discord where we're all going to be hanging out and kind of like grouping. So it's actually going to be part of Ivy Lee's Discord for this particular server stuff. But come and get involved. Really fun game. And yeah, here we go. Season 1 again.